Hello everyone, my name is Untogether and we're going to talk about why you should play Sid Meier's Pirates. This game came out, I don't know, maybe 100 years ago now. You could play it with rocks and with bits of string and stuff like that, but eventually with electronics came computers, and then you could play it on all sorts of computer systems. And I think this started way back, certainly on the Amiga was the first time I came across it. And it's been ported to virtually every system you can think since then, with I think an iPad representation not that long ago. So we're going to jump into a new game here. We're going to sign on with the English, and basically you sail to the new world. There's a mutiny, you take over a ship, and we're going to go talk to the governor of this English town here, who's going to welcome us in. And this is about exploration. There's an overarching plot to find 4 missing members of your family who've been kidnapped. But on the way to that, you've got to swash and buckle, and this involves exploration. It involves ship battles. Assassin's Creed 3 looked at this game and thought that'd be fun, and it was right. It is. And there are many things that you can do on your way. What we need to do here, you need men to board your ship, so we'll hire some crew here, which we can do from local taverns. There's always a mysterious stranger who'll often try and sell you something or give you a piece of information. Here he starts our main quest, the first point of which is to rescue our sister, but we don't know where she is as yet. The barmaid will have some gossip, she normally does. Henry Morgan, the most notorious pirate. We've been given his home port and been told he carries a lot of gold. And then the gruff old bartender just gives us a little bit more information. While we're in town, there's various things you can do. You can trade with merchants, you can upgrade your ships. But here we're just going to sail. And I'm not entirely sure why, but they tried to keep this game a little bit realistic with the trade winds that flow from east to west. So if you're travelling west like I am here, you're very fast, as you can see. You absolutely fly along. See if we can't catch this French. No, he's going to have us outpaced. But if you try and come back east, you're sailing against the wind, and you slow down, and it's very difficult. So that actually makes positioning in the ship battles that we'll come up to shortly. That makes your positioning very important as to how you can carry on. So we are a pirate. This is a big fat trade galleon. We will indeed attack. We will try and plunder. So ship cannons. See, your cannons are mounted on the side. If you can stay directly behind like I am here, he can't shoot me. But I can just quickly turn to face. I'm much more manoeuvrable than he is. I can quickly turn to face, shoot him with his cannons. You can see the numbers on his ship, 44, that's how many crew he has left. The brown bar is his hull, the white bar his sails. If we can cripple his sails, he'll lie motionless in the water. If his hull gets to 0, he'll sink, which we don't particularly want to do here. We want to plunder him. We want to get a hold of his treasures. And so what we can do now, they surrendered. As soon as we got close enough to board, they just surrendered to him. So we'll take on board the remaining crew, because we lost some crew in that battle. We will take on board the remainder, and we've plundered that ship. French raider up here. Blackbeard. Oh, don't know if you saw there, Blackbeard just at the top right. He was up there. But we are going to attack this French raider. Now we're a little bit outclassed here, as you can see. She's a bigger vessel than us. She's got more crew than we have. We only have 50. You can see that in the bottom left. She has position on us with the wind. And knowing her advantage in numbers, she's going to try and ram us to board. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So here's another part of this game. It's almost like a quick time event, but we're going to fight a battle against the enemy captain. And we are winning quite easily here. I've gone for a rapier, which is very fast. It doesn't hurt as much as some of the other blades, but it does mean you can often get your licks in first. And it's all about pushing the opponent back. That's the most important thing. A bit of a stalemate here for a little while, but we'll keep going to him, and there we go. Oh, and he's off. Ha ha ha. So we win, we take over. And we now take over the French sloop. So the Saint-Pierre is now ours. And again, that's a second or a third ship now that we've plundered. And we will keep the Saint-Pierre. there's many other things that you can do in this game. There's obviously pirates, so there's going to be buried treasure. If we just take a look at the map here, you can get a sense of the scale of the game. You think this is actually the PSP version that we're looking at here. You'd think the game's going to be quite small and compact, but you can see the area in which it's covered is huge, and it's obviously quite realistic to the territory of the thing. That's the Spanish stronghold down there on the coast there. Yeah, it's a huge piece of world to traverse. There's all sorts of places to go. There's lots and lots of things to do. You can buy treasure maps. You maintain your relations with the great nations who are down here at this time in the world: the Spanish, the English, the French, and the Dutch. You need to maintain your relations with them. You can go to war. You're given letters of marque, which I think we saw right at the start, which essentially means that nation will pirate or will reward you for basically pirating enemy vessels of other nations. So there's the overarching plot of searching for your lost family. That's your win condition, is to complete that, but there's so many other things to do on the way, not least of which is building up your own personal wealth and reputation as a captain. So let's dock here at Grand Bahama, which is an English settlement, and have a chat with the governor here, and he should recognise us for capturing the French sloop, given that they are at war with the French, but we don't get a promotion. You get promoted by the various nations. So we picked up some spice from our plunder. We can sell those with the merchant. We can have a chat with a ship right here. You can repair ships and upgrade various pieces. Certain ports will only upgrade various things, and it makes you travel around the map. You have to find out which ports will upgrade various parts. Obviously there's all sorts of different types of ship. So what we're going to do here, it's going to cost a lot to repair our sloop, our first sloop, so we may as well sell that as it is. We repaired our second ship, kept that one. We'd already had the upgrade, so we'll just sail away from here. This is the PSP version of this game, and it still looks remarkably pretty. There's more updated versions, certainly for the PC, which again will look an order of magnitude better, and I think the iPad version is very nice to look at as well. So we're just going to have a look at the quests here. The only quest we've got so far is that Path to Revenge. I thought we might have picked up a map, which may have shown us some hidden treasure somewhere. They'll appear as a separate quest, but no such luck yet. We've seen the fighting minigame where you have to fight an enemy captain. There's also a dancing one where you have to woo a governor's daughter. The governors of all the towns have their eligible and attractive daughters, and you really need to marry one of them. So there's a dancing minigame in which you have to impress her. This is a pirate stronghold that we've popped in here. It's baking in the sun. The actual pirate who lives here, he's out at sea, but we can do the same things here that we can do amongst other towns. We can hire crew, have a chat with that same mysterious stranger. He gets around. Oh, he's gonna sell us a map. So a couple of 100 gold pieces, probably a good idea. And there we go. What we need to do is look at our world map and then find that place. And when you board or when you land your ship at that point, you get the option to try and dig. And if you've landed at the right place, you will find the treasure. Here's another small mission. That Bart Roberts, he's the 8th most ranked pirate here. That's his home base. He carries a lot of gold. It might be worth our time. It probably will be worth our time if we can sink him and we can take his vessel. So as we can see, there's no shortage of things to do. You have a crew that you have to keep happy. You need to keep them fed. You can see our food and our crew status at the bottom left of the screen. I have 98 crew. They're happy at the moment. But if we keep going without taking any enemy vessels, or we spend a long time at sea, Blackbeard, let's chase him. Our crew will get unhappy. Blackbeard's too fast for us. He's gone. There's nothing we can do about Blackbeard. We've got 8 days of food there. You need to keep an eye on that as well. You need to buy food and to keep that for your men to go on. So there's a lot of things for you to juggle. There's an awful lot of things for you to do. It is a really fun game. It's bright and it's colourful. It doesn't take itself seriously. So will I try and kill Blackbeard? I'll say arr, and I'll see you next time.